I want to talk a little bit about monsters, because most 3-year-olds, around 3, give or take, depending on your child's developmental pace, go through a phase when they're scared of monsters. And the monsters really are an expression of all of the things that they don't understand and feel but don't see that are scary, of which, that there are many in life. So around age 3, they hear somewhere. Sometimes it's a seasonal thing with Halloween, sometimes it's a story that they heard, a picture, but they will begin to talk about being afraid of monsters, and they will be more afraid of monsters when it's nighttime and when it's time to go to sleep. And some kids will resist going to sleep because they're afraid of monsters. It's very important to understand that being afraid of the dark is something that we're genetically programmed to have inside. We're supposed to stay in the cave when it's dark and not go out. So you can help that with a small nightlight, or you can let your child have a flashlight next to their bed so that if they wake up at night they can turn it on and have light. The lovely thing about fear of monsters is it comes around the age where your child is sort of in the height of their magical thinking period. And you can use that for helping them with their fear. So on the one hand, you do want to say, monsters, there's no real monsters, monsters are imaginary. That's not really going to help with the being afraid, but that's what you feel obliged to say as an adult. But what I would suggest to do to help them, if let's say it's a typical thing, they're afraid to go into the room when it's time to go to bed because they think there's monsters there, you get a big piece of paper, bigger than some of the pictures behind me, and you write in big letters, and you tell your child, I'm writing, "No monsters allowed in this room!" exclamation mark. And then you go into a discussion, what colors do you think monsters are afraid of? And let's say they say brown. So you give them some brown paint or brown marker and let them make a lot of brown on the side. Are there any shapes that monsters are afraid of? Are there any things that and you decorate your poster with things that scare monster away, and then you make a big to-do putting it up on the door. With today's technology, you can take a picture and send it to grandma and grandpa or anybody else that would appreciate that monsters are no longer allowed in your child's room. And usually that helps tremendously. In addition to that, you can talk about what might they be afraid of monsters and see if there's anything more specific that they're afraid of that actually relates to maybe something scary that's happened to them or something that's happening in their life, an unexpected change, somebody has gone away, and then you address the underlying specific issues that may be helping this fear of monsters come to its full bloom.